Volume up.
Volume's up. Speaker on.
Nice and Jasper show broadcasting live. Call on Lady Gator.
Hello.
Lady Gator, you live on the Lance and Jasper show. How you doing today?
Doing good, Lance. How you doing?
Feeling well. Sorry to put you on the layer out there. How's that? What are you hearing coming out of spring practice?
Well, before we get into that, let's talk about what the heck is going on with Pat Dooley and why he needs to be put out the pasture.
Easy.
That dude knows nothing. That dude he needs to retire. I really think that Zach Alberti will be a better fit at Gainesville's son than Pat Dooley. He's out of touch. He lies to his subscribers. He's horrible. He's absolutely horrible. He had no answer for you. He couldn't give you an answer. Like, how the heck are you going to be a newspaper analysis or whatever and not watch tape of a football player? Give me a break.
Yeah,
It's embarrassing.
I mean, it's awful funny. He keeps pounding his chest about this is a 4-7 football team. If it's a 4-7, how would you know the talent on this roster is 4-7 if you never study tape? It ain't enough to watch the games during the season, because who in the hell can remember 12 games of tape? I mean, you really got to go back and study and see who can play, who can fit in where. And that's what I'm really excited about this coaching staff, because you and I know even the talent we had last year, it wasn't utilized in the way it should have been. Because there ain't no way Florida don't go bowling, man, on any year.
Exactly. That was absolutely horrible and embarrassing.
Yeah,
You might as well get a job at the Gainesville Sun. You do a better job than he does.
Well, I appreciate you saying that. Hey, if somebody will send me an application, we'll just pour him a hot cup and shut the hell up, and I'll come on down there and fill his chair.
Well, yeah, he did shut the hell up. He had nothing to say.
Yeah, boy. But Pat Dooley ain't never lied to me, man. He don't like my style. He don't like my topics, because they don't set him up to sound great. You know what I mean? And that's what a lot of callers do. They call local radio, then they get off the phone and they call their mama and beating their chest. Pat Dooley agreed with me, Mama. I'm smart. No, man, I'm gonna challenge the host. I'm gonna try to get my own ideas in there.
Well, yeah, you definitely did challenge the show. You brought, great analysis. You knew the stats. You brought great arguments, and they had nothing for you.
Yeah, I like Zach. He said, we'll see how it plays out. I mean, no debate. I asked him, I said, who else Dan Mullen's a play caller? I mean, debate that. And he said, we'll see how it plays out. There ain't no debate for it.
Yeah, I agree. It's not a debate, but Jones, he has to work his way up. He's a starting fourth string right now, but he'll work his way up. He's just a freshman. He's still learning the playbook, so he'll get it down. I heard that Trask has been phenomenal from what I've heard. He really has an arm, and I think he was hurt last year, but I was wondering why the heck we didn't try to start him at the position. But I think he was hurt. Correct me if I'm wrong.
You are correct. Correct. But I'll tell you, man, when I seen Kyle Trask throw in the spring game last year, to me, he knows where to go with the ball, but I'm not sure he has SEC arm strength, and that really concerns me. But give me one more look in this year's spring game, and I'll have a better judgment of it. But to me, I really his arm strength just don't jump off to me. I don't know if he can fit it in them windows.
Well, I don't know what he's been doing lately, but the videos that I've seen, he has an arm. Like I'd rather trust him over Felipe. I'm sorry. Well, I know he's been number one in the chart, but Trask has been good in practice so far.
Yeah, I've heard raving reviews. I mean, all the reports coming out, Kyle Trask is doing very well, and but I would expect Emory Jones to be fourth string at this point, and I would expect him to struggle because he's been throwing to high school wide receivers, and these guys are throwing to SEC wide receivers. The difference in speed. I mean, when he learns his wide receiver speed, then I think he'll be more accurate with the ball, and the timing will be there. But I think you won't see Emory Jones emerge till fall if he does emerge.
Right.
I wouldn't even expect to see a lot out of him in the spring game. A lot of it because of these fans, man. They're sensitive. I mean, if you show them a little hope, just like Kadarius Toney. I mean, they went crazy last year wanting this kid to be a quarterback. He's not a quarterback, bless his heart. But I mean, if you show them Emory Jones in the first 2 practices, open practice, you're going to name him Tim Tebow. Nobody needs that kind of pressure, man. I think Dan Mullens handling this the right way. And before it's over, I do believe EJ will start it up. But man, there's been some real good reviews about the wide receivers. The offensive line's coming along. I got good reports today on the offensive line. Real good report. They said they finally starting to gel. They're starting to learn the technique. He's trying to teach them how to bend. The leverage of blocking, and that's what a lot of people don't understand, man. Blocking's about leverage. It ain't about who's tall, bigger. A lot of blocking goes into leverage. Great hands, great feet.
Yeah, Coach Gonzalez, he has been really harping on the wide receivers being able to block. If you can't block, you won't be able to play. That's his philosophy, and I like that. Because we haven't been able to freaking block at that position for God knows how long. And, I don't know if you've been watching the Oklahoma drills. Those are one of my favorite drills that they do up there. The wide receivers were freaking kicking the DB's asses. Like, Chauncey Gardner keeps getting planted on his ass. He got planted on his ass the other day by Green. The wide receivers are they're showing up. He holds them accountable, and he wants to get them back to, where we were before, where we were having like 39 touchdowns a year from that position. Like last year, it was just 4 touchdowns, and Gonzalez wants that to be back to where the standard should be. They're doing a good job. They're not where they need to be, but he's working on them, and especially who we've been impressed with so far is Jefferson. I already knew about him. He also said Swain was impressive. Tony has been impressive. Grimes, and he said Hammond has potential, but we already knew about Hammond's potential.
Yeah, I like Hammond. To me, he's just a sleeper, man. I like guys like that, man. Do it the right way. They may never be a star, man, but they'll make a great play down the road. He just reminds me so much of David Nelson. But yeah, Billy Gonzalez, man, he's really getting on these guys about route running, teaching them to catch the ball with their hands, and he's really working them on contested catches. Because you and I know, man, in the SEC, man, there's going to be a lot of contested catches. You got to win those 50-50 balls. We ain't been able to do that lately. I don't know if a lot of it's the quarterback, a lot of it we ain't really had a lot of depth into the position. Last year really hurt us. But I tell you, man, he said that Tony was a little bit soft today. He was getting on him really good hard. I'm going to send you the reports. I got a report of all the Oklahoma drills that everybody battled. I'll send you a list of that, man. I think you'll enjoy it.
I would love to have that. I would appreciate it.
Oh, it'd be great. It's a long list. I warn you before I send it. It's a page full, but man, it's a great read because it tells you about all the one-on-one battles and who won. It's really good insight, man. I need to send that to you.
Yeah, because Alex also was saying that he wants, like he was just saying, he wants his players to be able to separate. He said good wide receivers are able to separate and not get held up. I guess some of the players were complaining, oh, coach, he's holding me. No, good wide receivers separate and know how to get away from all that. So he's really, really hopping on that. So
yeah, you really got to win in the first 5 yards, or it messes up the whole time another play. You know that. You really got to win. You can't afford to get jammed because if it's a 3-step drop, especially the timing's off and the quarterback he's ready to throw it and you're not where you're supposed to be. And young quarterbacks like we have, if the first option ain't there, they really struggle.
Yeah, but it'll get fixed. I like what he's doing. He grades them after every practice on the reps, missed assignments, and all that stuff. So I think that group is going to be probably the most improved position. I definitely think they'll get more than 4 touchdowns this year. I guarantee you that.
Yeah. I mean, one player should get that in the game, right? It'd be great. Wouldn't it be great? Wouldn't it be great? I'm thinking Jim McElwain set the record for the most points scored in a Gator debut at 61. So how many points you think Dan Mullens going to try to score? Because they don't want Jim McElwain having no damn records. Somebody's got to beat it.
You know what? I think he might get to 90.
Wow. Lady Gator calling the big shots, baby. Gator bait. Gator bait. Hey, if they're going to get 90, don't even show up.
Get to 90. We have a full squad. We'll be able to play everybody. I think we'll be able to see all 4 quarterbacks have their turn. So, yeah, I think we'll probably get to 90.
I'm going to go 65.
65?
It's a little low for 90, man. I love it. I would like to see go over 70, but to me, man, that's a lot of possessions.
Well, I think that the offense is going to step up big time this year, so that's why I guess I have a little faith. And also,
I love it. Keep it coming.
Yeah. And you know what else I love is our coach. I can't tell you this enough, how much I love him. Like, you see him all over the freaking field. He's not standing in one spot with his arms folded like a certain coach that used to be our coach.
Yeah.
He's running freaking gassers with the team for them being late to class. Like, if anybody's late for class, they have to run gassers after practice, and the coach is right there running with them. I love that.
I'm glad you brought.
I love that. I don't know how much you love that, but
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, man, because that's a great point, man. I mean, it really just means more when your coach is out there. Because, man, there ain't no way he's beating me. If he can do it, I can do it. And there ain't no way he should beat me at any drill. So it really gives you an impetus to push yourself, be better than the coach. And plus, you know, and I know, man, that's how you really build a bond. It's one thing to talk about it, but when you have group things and you do things as a group, it really bonds you, man. It ain't enough just to talk about it.
exactly. Like, he's willing to do anything
He's a leader.
the team does. And he's a leader. He is a leader. He's the leader that we never had in 8 years. Sorry. But he is.
Don't apologize. Hey, if you would have been the AD, I mean, the AD deserves a lot of credit for this, man. I mean, for the Steve Spurrier hire, he's going to get a lifetime pass. But other than that, man, come on.
I don't think Foley hired
Spurrier,
did he? That was
Mike.
crap. I forgot his name, but
That was before my time, man. I was 9 years old when they hired Steve Spurrier, man. I just wasn't on the trail yet. You know what I mean? That's cool.
Right.
But I'm hearing good things about the secondary too. The safety position. Amari Burney, Sean Davis, Ron English, man. He really getting on these guys, helping them out, getting a lot more coaching this year because he ain't coaching corners and safety. You know, they got a cornerback coach and a safety coach this year, so getting a lot more practice, a lot more detailed in. Guys are getting interceptions, getting their hands on the ball, and man, you said the wide receivers would be our biggest improvement. I'd agree with that, but I'd put the secondary right there with them, 1 and 1A, because this secondary, man, they took their lumps last year. A lot of guys were forced into action, but I think all them snaps that Wilson, Henderson, Brad Stewart, Sean Davis, guys like that are really going to prepare them for this year, because last year, you and I know they weren't ready and they were forced to play because we had too many players go to the NFL.
yeah, and that's something that we gotta start keeping players back. We gotta start convincing them to stay back for another year, because that was pretty bad to watch the kids back there do the best that they could, but
Well, if you're not ready, you're not ready.
Against the SEC offenses, so I expect big things from Henderson, especially Henderson.
Yeah.
And also Wilson. Those two are gonna have a big year in my opinion.
Yeah, they should be like they probably won't be as good, but it should be another tandem like Jenkins and Hayden. Pick your poison, man. Really got that outside. And when you can lock it up outside, it really allows you to blitz. And we all know Todd Grantham loves a blitz. So I'm really excited to see what his scheme can do for us. Because my buddy told me that Mississippi State had like the 110th defense in the nation. And then when Todd Grantham came last year, he got them all the way to number 10. That's amazing. I mean, think about the talent we have and what he can do with our defense. I mean, we were 30th. But, man, that's amazing to go that far up in the rankings nationally. With Mississippi State talent, I mean, that guy deserves a lot of credit, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm excited for him and what he's going to do for the defense. I definitely think we'll be in the top 10. I mean, hell, if Mississippi State can do it, hell, why not